We're going to go now to the debate over waste in Montgomery County. The county executive, Mark Elrich, vowed to shut down the aging trash incinerator in Dickerson when he first ran for office back in 2019. Today, it is open. It runs 24/7, in fact. But that could soon change. Jack Hogan with our news partner, The Banner, joins us live on this News 4 Midday with the latest on a new push to find an alternative. Jack, good morning to you. Thanks so much for being here. Let's start first and foremost with what this place is for people unfamiliar with it outside of Montgomery County. Begin by explaining what the site is.
Trash within the county is taken to the facility, stored nearby, and then taken by rail into a large facility where a giant claw is going to carry it into an industrial furnace, burning at a very high temperature. In a process, it also generates electricity to power homes nearby. And then the trash and the waste that leaves the facility is part as ash that is taken to a nearby landfill. Otherwise, it is emitted into the air.
Jack, let me ask you, Mark Elrich only has a year left in his term. So is it Elrich who's driving the push to close this facility, or is it other county leaders who are behind this? Why now?
My understanding is that Elrich is absolutely the driving force behind this push. He campaigned on a promise to close it, citing environmental concerns. And this is not just unique to Montgomery County, but nationwide, there's been a decline in the use of incineration to handle waste. With aging facilities, too, the cost to maintain them is very high. Elrich himself has plenty of ideas and alternatives that he's been pushing for how to change the future of waste in the county, but he's not alone. The county council has its own ideas. In the near term, though, the only viable solution will be long hauling waste, diverting it from the incinerator and bringing it to area landfills. So that's what we'll be keeping an eye out for in the near term. There's going to be a contract, presumably in front of the county council next year.
All right. Jack, let's say that this facility does in fact close. What are the options then after that, right? And what sort of a timeline would we be looking at here?
Absolutely. Again, there's so many different types of solutions that the county can turn to, but in the near term, what seems most realistic is with this long hauling to landfills option, the county's going to look for ways to lower the amount of waste that it sends, either by truck or rail, because it's got to pay by the ton. So of the waste that goes into the incinerator, about 25% by waste is food that can potentially be composted. So one solution is going to be removing that waste and sending it to a compost facility, actually right next to the incinerator in Dickerson, and opening it up. Currently, it only accepts yard waste. So adding that there, I think, is one near-term solution and kind of rethinking how the county shapes this. In terms of a timeline, there's a potential for the coming years for the county to be able to completely stop incinerating and just send things to a landfill in addition to alternatives. But the hard and fast deadline is 2031. That's when the county's current contract with the incinerator operator ends.
Jack Hogan. Jack, thank you. And you can read more about this issue on thebanner.com. All right, before we send things to break, we want to let you know that we are awaiting a news conference from officials in Dallas, Texas, regarding the shooting at an ICE facility that has happened there. Multiple injuries, multiple deaths as well this morning. We're going to take a quick break and we'll see you on the other side.